So tonight I'm definitely going to be a little off my rhythm because I'm not using a brush, and so there's no soaking cup, there's no lather bowl. My parents were traveling and they were in near the Dead Sea, and so they got a Mon Platin Dead Sea Minerals shaving cream. And here's the instructions. Silky shaving cream enriched with moisture, I'm reading backwards here, Dead Sea minerals and glycerin. And the instructions are using your hands, which is why I don't have a brush. Smoothly apply the cream onto the skin, shave and rinse thoroughly with water. So it's possible this cream could be used with a brush, but I'm going to try it out per the instructions for the first time. My first time using a brushless cream. I have picked out a blade because I have a brand new razor to try out as well. Wilkinson sword. I believe these are the German versions. My larger quantity in my inventory is the Indian versions, which I really enjoy as a good budget blade. But I think that wrapper means it's a German version. But here's the razor. I just got it in. It's a Big Fellow. It's a vintage razor from Gillette. It's open comb, as you can see, because the teeth, you can see the extra posts coming down to help with the blade. It's got a lot of wear on it. The plating is kind of coming off in certain areas, and it's longer than most of the old handles. So I can see why they call it Big Fellow. I like the balance of it is about right here. That seems about right. But I like the size of it. I like the thickness of the handle a lot. I have no idea how it's going to shave, so let's give it a shot. Got this from shavehq.com, and good guy there who owns that. No affiliation, just a fan, customer, happy customer, that kind of thing. And so that's it. All right, so I'm gonna splash some water on my face, assuming that's good to do with this shave cream. All right, totally off my rhythm, and it wasn't very expensive, 25 shekels, I believe. I think they said that translates to about $8. So I don't even know what kind of quantity to squeeze out. Let's just kind of go with that. Try that out. Kind of feel like I need to go for more. Let's try a little bit more. Okay. Half again is much more. Maybe I don't need more. Maybe you don't need very much at all. Got an elbow injury, and so I can't really get to this area over here. So that's why I'm doing this weird cross. So the smell is interesting. It's kind of maybe like a more plasticky Mitchell's wool fat. Mitchell's wool fat's nicer, kind of a clean linen scent, but this one's kind of more mass production-ish. There's probably some real notes that, seems a little minty. So maybe there's a little bit of a menthol or something like that in it, or some other type of ingredient that is coming up and touching my eyes. Just rinsing my hands here. Didn't take too long to rinse away. Oh yeah, let me show you the ingredients list. I mean, most people that are watching this video are not going to be going out and grabbing this. I'll just let you push pause if you want to review. But I mean, most of the ingredients look pretty good, pretty standard for shaving soap: stearic acid, glycerin, coconut oil. It's got sea salt. Oh, it's got a little bit of alcohol, cetyl alcohol. Okay, there we go. Oh, and it's got menthol. Okay, then. All right, now I have no idea if I've done it right. It didn't say combined with water, so I didn't. Let's try this out. Big Fellow. It's kind of pasty. I may have to, I mean, I may be using 1/10 as much as I should. I don't know. Probably for my first try with the cream, I probably should use a razor that I'm familiar with, so I know that it's not the razor that's being so. See, now this didn't really rinse away out of my razor. I've got to have it on too thick or something. Let me just put a little bit of water. Try that. I've used I have used one shaving, a liquid shaving cream, Lucky Tiger. That's pretty simple. You treated it basically like a shaving soap. You squeeze some into your brush or, into your bowl, and you just went at it kind of normally. This is not being that way. All right. I think that's better. That must have been what I was supposed to do. Still kind of pasty feeling. It's all, look at the head. It's all gunked up. I'm gonna have to turn on the hot just to be able to clear this stuff out. I'm gonna pause you while I do that. Yes, I got the razor rinsed out, and I rinsed away the whatever was on my face left over. And wow, the cooling sensation was crazy. It didn't really feel like the menthol was really activated too much until I hit that cold water on it, and wow, it just typically the soaps and aftershaves that have menthol will give me a burning sensation, but not this one. This is actually a cooling sensation. So if I can get the hang of this, like maybe one of you guys is familiar with this whole concept and knows maybe that I use too much, or that I was supposed to put water in with it. And you can help me out in the comments. But my face still has a lot of slickness. It's like there's a coating of oil on there or something. So I don't know whether to, I think I'm going to try. I think the water kind of activated a little bit. So I'm just going to go with a smaller amount. And then, I might do a palm lather after this to see if it works with a brush. Kind of a light scent, but it may be light in kind of intention, and the type of scent it is. It's not a thick, heavy, musky or dark type scent, but it is actually very present during the shave. I'd say a 5 or 6 out of 10 for scent strength. Oh, I'm going to take now and add some water to my face. See if that helps to activate. I may have just diluted the cream I just put on there. So let's just see what happens. Now, some of you who know how to use this kind of stuff are like calling your wife over to, hey, watch this nut try to use this cream. All right. Here goes the nut trying to use the cream. Well, it's working. Since I thinned it down so much, I kind of have to go by memory with where I shaved. But I don't believe I'm irritating my skin. How about that? Maybe this is a cream that's for guys with straight razors. I wouldn't think so. I don't think it's, my guess is it wouldn't be as common to do that. All right, I'm gonna rinse it off now. All right, third pass. Let's kind of use that same kind of almondish size amount. My face is still fairly wet. I can still feel the cooling effect of that alcohol / menthol. And when I finally decide, I may have to just take a shower to rinse this off, because it's I don't know if you're supposed to just leave assume that at some point you just stop trying to get it off because it's like it's supposed to be there, like some kind of post-shave oil treatment or something, but it might take me a while to get this off. All right, third pass. Razor seems to be working well. I believe I'll have to give this razor a try tomorrow with a conventional soap. You can see the liquid part of it is evacuating my face. Well, I mean, I think I'm getting a good shave. You know what, I'm not going to get too picky, because if I'm doing this wrong, I don't want to do it way wrong. I'm so looking forward to seeing if any of you guys know how to make this stuff, how to work this stuff. All right. Yeah, kind of a little bit minty, definitely a cooling sensation. So this was picked up in, Israel. That area of the world is doesn't get as cold, I don't think, as North Carolina. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a very helpful shaving cream over there in the warm nights or warm mornings to give you a little bit of zing with the alcohol and the cooling. So pretty cool. I don't really have any irritation that I know of. One thing about this Big Fellow, I wonder if it will hold the razor just right. If you can see that there was a little bit of arc to the blade. It's higher in the middle. Flip it around to the other side. On both sides it exhibited. I'm afraid there's some text in my way, and so I can't really, don't know if I'm holding it right, but everything seems pretty flat, the top cap and the comb bar here, but the blade is a little higher in the middle, and fortunately it didn't, I don't think it translated into a rough shave. Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's going to take me about 20 minutes to rinse this off. And we'll see if we want to do anything post-shave. Here's the build-up. Look at that. The oily build-up. Let's see if it just rinses off. Not super easy. That's pretty good jets I just put on it, and only a certain bit of it went away. I don't think it'll take too long to get all of it off. Especially switching to warm water there. Alright, so that's now clean. I'm not going to do a palm lather like I was thinking with that kind of build-up. I don't want it to mess up one of my brushes. I didn't really bring a junk brush with me. Very interesting. Let me do a little razor tour for you for the Big Fellow. This is definitely a user grade razor. He's not going to win any beauty contests. It seems like he works pretty well. So here's the core, and this is how you can probably guess that it's a Gillette new. This is kind of the same plate that a lot of the news kind of work with. It is connected to the top part of the handle. Some of them, probably many, will have a hairline crack due to stress and the thinness of the metal and that sort of thing. Many of them are stable. I've never actually had to repair one, so I don't know those details. But then here, and I love that this comes apart for easy cleaning and rinsing and that sort of thing. Here you've got your knob, and then this comes up and grabs a hold of the bolt part of the top cap. So I'll go ahead and stick that in like that. And then here's the top cap. It's got the two posts. And then you can see where the posts have been brought in and kind of welded. And then you just sit it in there, turn the knob to tighten. And there we go. Wonder if it's a pretty even gap. Kind of feels fairly even. So there's the arc that the blade goes through. With this one, there was not an exact blade positioning method, and so I did have to position it myself. So if you do get one of these, you want to double check and make sure the blade is correctly aligned. It didn't take but a second because I tightened it most of the way down, but where I could just move the blade, and that way when I moved it and it stopped, it stayed still. So there we go, the Big Fellow. Probably, you know, the patent on it says, I think 1920. So it's definitely an older vintage razor. And this blade did pretty well. It was on its 7th use. Today is its 7th use. And yeah, I did stop rinsing my face before it actually felt clean and rinsed. It was just so, I don't know, oily that I figured that's probably something that is meant to exist on the face after the shave. And so I quit, and now sure enough, it's been absorbed. My skin feels smooth. So in terms of skin feel, it does smell a little bit not masculine. Powderish maybe a little bit. Maybe a tiny bit of floral. Yeah, powderish is kind of close. And that's similar to the Mitchell's Wolfat Linen scent, which I somehow really enjoy. Maybe it doesn't have as much of the powder kind of stuff. But anyway, interesting experiment. I hope there was something here that you enjoyed. I with so many awesome soaps out there, I don't really see me turning to this one again. But I'll keep it around for a little bit. It was a gift, and it's from another whole part of the world. And who knows, somebody, especially when somebody online could see this and add some comments about how to use it. in the video there, and then maybe I'll give it a try then with more wisdom. All right, I'm going to clean up. You know, I wasn't actually going to put anything on post-shave wise. However, what's funny was that during my rinses, I use cold water traditionally, and it gave me that cooling sensation like crazy. But then when I switched, I thought the last rinse, when I wanted to just get it all off, I thought let's use warm water because should be more effective. And that cooling sensation was just gone. Very interesting. All right, well, it turns out I have mostly alcohol splashes with me, except this one from Tallow and Steel. They are, their normal splashes don't have alcohol. And so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Grog, and I like Grog. I did shake it up. Let's see if it helps with this scent. It's much better. I'm glad there's some companies out there who put out splashes that are not alcohol based. I think it's good to have both, and I'm glad Tallow and Steel does. I have their classic as well as the Grog. I like that. Witch hazel, all kinds of other good things for your skin. I don't like a whole lot of Tallow and Steel soaps, but I like those two splashes a lot. So I don't believe I have any irritation. I certainly don't feel any. I don't know if something's going to crop up later. Skin feels pretty good even before I put on the splash. It looks like a legit cream, and we'll see if I get some good wisdom in the comments with how to use it. See if I came close. But hey, if only you sat there and laughed. I hope that you got something out of this video. And you take care. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. Good night.